Wir sind wieder im Hyatt Hotel hier auf der Computex 2014 in Taipei und wir haben einen Termin mit OCZ, mit dem Joost van Löwen, den kennt ihr schon aus vergangenen Videos. Und wir gehen jetzt mal in die Suite rüber und schauen uns an, was es da zu sehen gibt. Yeah, we're at OCZ. We're in the suite from OCZ in the Hyatt Hotel.
The Grand Hyatt, yes,
Yeah.
correct, yeah.
And we're going to hear some cool stuff about storage stuff from you.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's take a look.
Well, first of all, welcome in the Grand Hyatt.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you back again, as every year. There's a lot happened past year, right?
Indeed, indeed.
Let me take you just through the products, and then at first there's been a big transition within OCZ and being acquired by Toshiba.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we've seen that also in our products. So we've changed all our products to Toshiba Flash.
Mm-hmm.
With the Vertex 450 what we had last year, changed over to the Vertex 460. The big change was the Flash. A little bit different firmware, programming, giving a product that had a very high steady state performance, which you've seen also in the test that you did. The same thing what we had also with the Vector 1, changed from the Micron Flash towards Toshiba Flash. Same changeover with a different firmware, some over provisioning, giving a super stable product that would perform on the long term and very stable performance. Yeah, actually the highest in the industry.
Yeah.
Then the final transition period, I'm going to take you one step. I'm skipping one product.
Okay.
So the final step in that whole transition period and on the consumer level was to change over the Revo drive towards Toshiba Flash. Really, it's kind of very similar architecture, very similar build-up, with the Toshiba Flash with giving again a much more stable performance. Really, performance levels, to give you an impression, because there's another change in this product, is that we're now at 1.8 gigabyte per second and 140,000 IOPS. So how's that possible? Because in the architecture we've changed from PCI 4X to PCI 8X. Yeah. And where you see the whole industry is now at 4X pretty much, we've managed to exceed that and create a much higher performance level. On capacity wise, it's up to 960 gigabyte, where the SATA drives are up to 480 gigabyte drives. And then the next step in, so we finalized this transition, and then the next step is the next transition, because right now we're on the 19 nanometer flash, but that's changing now to the A19 Flash. What's the difference? The difference is really it's nothing on performance really. It's very similar performance, but the flash is smaller.
Okay. So you can add more chips or more capacity on.
Exactly, you can add more chips on the PCB design, and that allows us to build a new product that has 960 gigabyte. So we'll have an extra product within that product family with the higher capacity. The new product's name is called the Vector 180. So the 180.
So that's
that one. And I can see you wondering why there's no case.
Maybe you lost it on the way to Taipei?
No, not really. Well, no, not really.
Okay.
The reason why is because I want to show you something additional on that.
Okay.
What we've seen, I'm going to take you one step back.
Okay.
One step back to the Vector 150. What we've seen, and that's not just in Germany, but that's global in EMEA region, but even in the world, that a lot of customers of ours, they really use this drive for entry-level server, which it's capable of doing that, but it's not really designed for it.
We're doing it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to change your SSDs.
Okay. When you tell me,
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
The Vector 180 has an additional feature which is very important for server use.
Okay.
And that's called, well, we call it pfail. What does it do? It actually, when the power shuts down and there's a write going on, write performance or write action going on, it completes that write from cache to flash.
Okay. Yeah.
So you don't lose data as soon as power shuts down. There's these little orange things here on the PCB.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's capacitors, and it functions like a battery.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a little power left on the PCB, making sure that all the data is being written to the actual chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is saving the data consistency.
Exactly.
Of the product.
So.
Yeah.
We have a Vector 180 now that's kind of covering it's kind of a crossover between high-end enthusiast, super high-end consumer drives and enterprise. It's kind of a gray area where SMB customers or the enthusiasts with their own home network, the home servers, or their NAS. Then the write intensity of a server is very different from a laptop or a computer for that matter. And so if there's a power shutdown, it's more likely in a server that you lose a little bit of data. So you don't want to lose that data, and that's why this functionality is there.
Yeah.
Well, in a laptop, you could argue if you need it. Some find it important enough. Okay, fair enough. But in real life, in most of the cases, and I mean really 95% of the cases, it won't really be necessary. But in that server area, it's very much needed. Then later on this year, and that is something I actually haven't told you yet, we'll come out with a new drive. It's not a drive that we know. We don't even have a name yet, but it's a drive that's going to be competitive in the entry-level mainstream SSD market.
Okay.
It's a TLC drive.
Okay.
And it will be arriving around September timeframe.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we have here, of course, is all high-performance enthusiasts, and that's really the top of the market. But there's a lot of market down there, which is much more price-focused. And that's where this drive will come in, and then our entire portfolio will be ready.
Yeah, so thanks a lot for showing me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Very nice products. Of course, we'll take a look at them when they are out. You told me that Vector perhaps takes a little bit longer to go to the market, like 2 or 3 months.
We're very close to finalizing the product. Okay. The case is not ready, as you can see, right? So about 4 or 5 weeks, and we expect the product to really be ready. Okay. Then it's a couple of weeks to get it in production and make it available in Germany or in other countries in EMEA or the world.
So of course you will find an article on our website in the future. And thanks for everything. And,
you're welcome.
so goodbye to Germany.
See you later.